In this video clip, you will see a professional perform the qPCR procedure as described in section 8.3. We will start by showing you the required materials and tools. You will need a dedicated set of pipettes only used for qPCR, which is calibrated regularly to ensure accuracy. Appropriate primers and probes are listed in Table 8.2 in the book. You may also choose to design your own primers and probes, but this requires bioinformatics skills that are beyond the topic of this video. Ensure you have a qPCR kit containing the required reagents, in addition to an Amplicon stock solution with a known concentration, which will be used as a standard. PCR and Eppendorf tubes will also be required. Lastly, you will need a real-time thermal cycler. The Amplicon stock is prepared at a concentration of 10 to the power of 9 copies per microliter in the tris buffer. This stock is then used to create a dilution series ranging from 10 to the power of 8 to 10 to the power of 1 copies per microliter in the tris buffer. To do this, add 90 microliters of the tris buffer to 8 200 microliter PCR tubes. Add 10 microliters of the Amplicon stock to the first tube. Vortex the sample to mix the Amplicon and the tris buffer. Then continue to add 10 microliters of the diluted Amplicon sample to the next tube, and so forth. Change the pipette tip after each dilution in order to maintain the accuracy of the dilution series. Diluted sample controls can be prepared in the same way. However, here the sample is diluted by a factor of 2 for each dilution step. It is recommended to include diluted sample controls to evaluate the presence of interfering PCR inhibitors whenever you start working with samples from a new environment. After the standards have been prepared, the reaction is set up using a 96 well plate. It is recommended to perform reactions in technical duplicates, as this allows identification of errors caused by sample handling. It is easy to mix up samples when loading the plate. The following structure is therefore recommended. Start by loading the master mix, prepared according to the manufacturer's protocol, into all the wells that will be used. It is recommended to use a multi-dispenser pipette, as this increases accuracy. In the following video, an animation will illustrate how to load a 96 well plate for qPCR. The first two columns are used for the standards. Columns 3 and 4 are used for no template control, no amplification control, and a dilution series of your samples. The remaining wells are loaded with samples. Here, the final columns of the plate are loaded, after which it is ready for qPCR analysis. Notice that the wells are capped every time that 2 columns have been loaded. This reduces the risk of cross-contamination and makes it easier to track which columns have been loaded. When the plate has been loaded and sealed, it is centrifuged at 2200 G for 5 minutes. Bubbles are commonly observed at the air-liquid interface. These burst during the first heating and do not affect the final qPCR result. After centrifugation, the plate is transferred to the real-time thermal cycler. Run the qPCR according to the protocol supplied with the qPCR kit. Adjust the annealing temperature and elongation time according to the assay description. After the program has been completed, the data is ready for evaluation.